So this is me yesterday, a day after the surgery. Really not too bad. Um, Went into the hospital at 8:30, back out at 4, an hour for the surgery. I had a little bit of swelling around 8 o'clock last night, but absolutely no pain. Can't tell anything was done. Well, maybe I shouldn't say no pain. My throat's kind of raw from the tube that was stuck down it. My biggest problem was I only got 4 hours of sleep before the surgery, and the night after the surgery, I only slept 2 hours. So the following day, yesterday, I had to go into the doctor's office. They didn't put any packing up my nose, but he needed to wash it all out. And I was just wasted. I was so absolutely tired. So he stuffed packing up the nose with Afrin on it to dilate everything. That hurt a little bit on my right hand side up towards my eyeball. And then pulled that out and then vacuumed out all the other mess that was up in there. And really haven't been doing that much bleeding since then. A little discharge. The night of the surgery, a lot down my throat. I bled enough during the surgery they had to pump my stomach out. Now, I did all the protocols to not take anything that could thin my blood out before the surgery. I don't take blood thinners. But there are some natural products that I do take, even vitamin C, and there may be a longer latency than 2 weeks prior with all of that. I know when I donate blood, which is 2-3 times a year, the technicians are always surprised on how fast I fill up the blood collection bag. I'm not planning on making this into a daily thing, reporting how I'm doing, and I might move this over to another channel. This is supposed to be a channel only about the 6.0, not about myself, and the videos that I've done, you don't see me in them. It's not a channel that is supposed to be about me. It's about what I'm talking about. So I think I'm going to move this video and the prior one over to another channel, and I'll probably tag on how to where that is if anyone is interested in this. I'm just trying to do a few of these videos about the surgery for someone like me who's very resistant to doing it. The doctor I've had do this work is probably one of the best in New Jersey. I know he's also one of the best in the country. And that was about the only way I was going to get this work done. He's a little upset with me because he feels I should have had this done way sooner and probably thinks I'm an idiot for not doing that. But if you knew my family history and all the mistakes that have been done in hospitals by doctors, my father, myself, my wife, going to do this surgery right next to your eyes, next to your brain, is not something that comes easy to me. So when he came out to my wife after the surgery was complete, he said, "So hey, I'm number one." Also, he was not as aggressive in opening some things that other doctors do. As I said, I feel no pain at all. And really, other than the slight swelling I had for about an hour, nothing. I've had a little bit of a fever the night after the surgery, the evening after the surgery, and the morning after. Not much, about 100, 101 for a little bit. That went down with the antibiotics and Tylenol, and I'm back to my normal 97.7 degrees. So some of the surprising things about the surgery, there was no fungal material. He thought there would be. The doctor who interpreted the MRI thought there was, and I certainly expected there to be. But it turned out it was just, unfortunately, the only way to say it is pus that had hardened over the long period of time and developed into masses. and that was able to be washed out. He only had to open up the openings and let everything drain out, and then, of course, wash it all out. So that's probably why I don't feel any pain. He did straighten my septum, but no pain from that either. And there is sutures that are required when he puts it back in. So here's the other thing that is a little different. I have to go back in a few weeks to have another debridement in his office. That seems to be a little unusual from some other doctors that I've seen what they do. And then after that, in another 3-4 weeks, I do have to go back into the hospital where he does a deeper debridement for about 5 minutes. So I don't know if this is due to whatever's going on with me or if this is his normal procedure. I mean, so far I am pain-free. Nothing. This is the second day after surgery, and I'm pretty active. I did get a decent amount of sleep last night. I feel like I can do anything. I've bent over, I've gone for a walk, and I don't have excessive bleeding in my nose, which is something I see other people experience. So, it may be the doctor, and I picked a good one. But I can't take any antihistamines, I can't take the Flonase, so it's going to be like I have a cold until I'm able to take those things again. I'm now seeing an allergist, and she has to do the secondary testing. Medicare doesn't allow all the testing to be done at once, so she wants to do allergy shots. And both her and the ENT are talking about a new drug that prevents polyps from growing. It is an expensive drug, though. I'm really thankful for a few people who have commented on my first video on this who talked about their experiencing with CPAP and polyps. And I know that goes against medical studies. There's a lot of things that don't follow medical studies, and you really need to do your own research and interpretation in some cases. Stories in forums, stories on chat boards often tell of a different situation. So I'm going to be investigating that as well. Whatever I can do to not have these polyps grow back again. Whatever I can do. Anyway, thanks for listening to my deviation from my normal work on this channel.